All right, so let's see the book. Your first, tell me why this is your first.
It's our first book together.
Our first book together. That's the important thing, ours. I've had a book published before by Hyperion right after the movie came out that was called Invincible. And it was sort of filling in the cracks, the real story as opposed to the Hollywood story. And then, like Janet says, well, she'll say it because I don't want to take it away from her. But we decided to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the movie with a let's say, a reinvention of ourselves, because we had to do that. And now we've got this book, and Be Invincible. It's a playbook for reaching your full potential.
What is the secret to being invincible?
Taking risk, trying it, failing, and getting back up, and hitting it, and just keep going. But you have to change a little bit. You got to tweak, because if you keep doing the same thing, you get up on the horse and you fall down, and you don't make the adjustment, you're still going to fall off. You have to learn to make minor adjustments, and that's what happens. And it's okay to fail, and it's okay to fall down and to pick yourself up. When we were born, we started with crawling. We started on our belly, then our hands and our knees, and then our hands, and then we did like the Mowgli walk, and then we walked. So it's all like, I think of Vinny when I say that.
Vinny never crawled. He always did the Mowgli walk. Yeah. And I think about what it's not to be invincible, because everybody has this feeling of invincibility as a superiority over someone in a physical sense. And it's not that, and especially when I'm talking to young people or kids or youth groups or anyone else, to be invincible is to do the unthinkable, the unimaginable, the impossible, to really following through and fulfilling that dream of yours or that goal that you might have. And like we've been talking about, it's doing the first. What is the first? And what's your invincible moment? Luann, when I go out to speak all the time, right in the beginning of the talk, and I say, well, there's this movie that's been made about me because my name is Vince, and they put the invincible around it. I said, but, what I've done is no more extraordinary than anybody else's life. There's got to be a chapter in your life that's more extraordinary than what I did. I just took a shot. I had a dream, got the opportunity, and it happened. It happened. But because it's in a marquee kind of a sport, marquee world, with football, Disney was looking for a movie. They made a movie about it. But it doesn't mean what you've done. And what you've done yourself, Luann, and your firsts, it doesn't mean it couldn't be an invincible moment. And that's why we have you featured here in the book. And that's the beauty of it, And so what's your invincible moment? And, I could ask you, Luann, or I can ask anybody out there, what is it? What have you done that they could do a movie about or write a book about? And it could be that first, and that's why we're real excited about it, because we're getting tremendous feedback now. And it was fun, Janet and I doing this together. We always look at ourselves as being a team. It's not that, it wasn't us smiling and being like this all the time. I mean, we were going tooth and nail. You have two jocks that have their point of view, but also two very passionate people who care about other people, who want to tell their stories, because our stories, we think, could lift others up because it relates to them.
Well, I have to say the book is wonderful. I'm so proud to be a small part of it. It's so inspiring. And thank you for sharing today and talking about being invincible.
Well, thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you.
You are invincible, Luann. Thanks.
Yep.